Hey everyone, and welcome to the 104th episode of We're All in the Same Boat. I'm your host, Luke Roxwell. Today we are talking about the coronavirus and other things. We'll see where we end up. Today I am here with Shayne.
Hey everybody.
Michael.
Yo, what it do?
And Nick.
What's up?
As always, you can check us out on every single platform: YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, and I'm going to try and get this thing on Spotify if people want me to do that as well. But
yes.
Yeah, leave reviews, leave comments, follow our Instagram, do all that stuff to support us. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's so good to be back.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
At the end of the world.
First episode of 2020, the decade.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
What a time to be alive, am I right?
2020, what a year already.
Is it too soon?
What was it? There was like 3 different memes that happened because one of them was World War III, now coronavirus, and then there was another one, wasn't there? Like in February.
It was probably Kobe.
Oh yeah, people dying.
Oh, was it like Coney 2010?
No,
That was back in 2010.
No, Michael.
no, I'm saying like
still happened,
the every single month has been like something bad has
Yes,
happened.
a great disaster.
To catch everyone
What was
up in the
January?
podcast, in case you haven't heard, there's this thing called coronavirus that has locked down the entire Earth.
Which, first of all, can I
knows
say,
about it now.
if you haven't heard about coronavirus, you are Jared Leto, apparently, and you are just on a retreat in the desert,
That was awesome.
and you don't know what's going on.
Wait,
Jared-
is that true?
Oh yes, yeah,
What?
you didn't hear,
Yeah.
yeah. Jared Leto was
12 days.
on this 12-day like desert meditation retreat because you know
he did.
does that kind of stuff, and he came back and he went on social media and he said, "I'm just finding out about this coronavirus. What's going on? I've been in the desert meditating."
Do we all hate Jared Leto? I love Jared Leto. What's
No.
up with the
No,
hate for
it's
Jared
just
Leto?
funny.
It's just
It's
like,
just funny.
dude.
It's just funny.
oh,
That
I
is
was
hilarious,
Going on a
though.
retreat, and like, what?
He came back to the world. He's like, oh. He like turned on his phone, and it's just like a million texts.
Yeah, this thing
said-
is so insane. Like I'm
is.
still kind of trying to wrap my mind around it because it was sinking in. It was like a slow burn because we had some people from New York come down to Miami and they were hanging out with us and talking about how insane.
whoa.
Hold on, they were
Infected.
talking about how insane it was getting in New York, and this was like, I think 2 weeks ago. Or maybe even longer. I don't remember, but I coronavirus was still like a meme here. You know, we were still just laughing about it, and they're like, "Dude, it's nuts here," and they left, and now it's all starting to hit Miami. Like everything's closing down.
And you want to know why, Luke? Is why it's hitting Miami?
Why?
Because I don't know if you've seen like the viral videos going around of like all the spring breakers at like Clearwater Beach and all
I
of
didn't
these
see
places
that.
in Miami. I said, this is why. This is the problem. This guys
we were
on
like
there talking
we were all
about
drinking Corona beer. Like ironically, like we all are just buying Corona beer right
I
now.
felt bad for their sales.
Who did you say you felt bad for, Shane?
No, I said I hope the Corona, the beer, I hope the sales are. I hope they're doing well because of this and not the other way around. Like
I think
I don't
they
want
are.
to get Corona by drinking Corona.
I think they are. I think that this is almost advertising for them, you know?
I mean, I would do that.
Are there
for sure.
stocks dropping right now? I don't know.
Well,
That's what I've
The
heard.
stock market is an utter disaster.
No one knows
Michael.
what's happening with the
Dude,
economy.
okay, dude, I don't understand how stocks work because obviously all these companies are going to bounce back. So like, it's not a big deal.
Well, okay, but,
That's not
but how do you
necessarily
know
true.
that it's obvious they'll jump back? And it's like, oh, because in the past they have always jumped back anyway. And it's
Well,
like,
also,
yeah,
like,
but we don't
This is
have that.
new.
Wait,
I
yeah,
don't
we
know.
don't have that many that many cases in history where his bounced back. There's a
this
few,
is like a
it's not-
new thing in history.
but it's like the
It's
last
not like
100
a-
years.
Right.
I mean, dude, companies like that, they have insurance. They have such huge markets. They have their money in so many different like projects all the time. The sales and like stores are like less than half of their profit anyway.
Well, I think the thing about stocks is the company might not go under. It might not go to zero. But if it keeps going down, so the value of the company goes down, people are like, wow, I'm not going to make any money off of this
less
company.
people invest
Get
into
my
it.
money out. And once they take their money out, the stock dips even further. And then everyone starts being like, wait, the stock are going, get my money out. So everyone just pulls their money out and then it just falls. The stupid
no
virus
more
is costing
iPhones.
so much money. It's
There's,
expensive.
Like every day, there's like a different. So I work at a 401k financial company, and every day there's like a new crisis.
Whoa, wait, really? I didn't know that.
Every day
Yeah.
there's a new crisis.
Is this like
just like-
really affecting the water cooler conversations?
Yeah,
it been like?
I mean,
Week.
everyone's kind of caught up in meetings and constantly on the phone talking to people, and customer service is overwhelmed. And
I would hate
you
that.
need to reassure people, but also advise them of like what to do in the situation. And because there's so many unknowns with this corona, it's literally just we don't know what's going on either because the information's gray, and we don't know how long this is gonna last. So it's just like. How do you reassure people? So
Right.
I picked a hell of a year to start there, and also I put this on Facebook. I picked up a hell of a year to start a band because everything's shut down now.
For real.
Oh yeah, I feel it's actually kind of crazy with just how many events and concerts and different types of gatherings are getting canceled like throughout basically almost the rest of the year, and it's like it's insane to be living through it in real time because this is the type of stuff that kids in 30 years will probably make a joke about, but
I mean, we're making jokes about it right now, so.
I know.
very true.
I mean, yes, that's why I'm saying it's only gonna probably be funnier later. Hopefully, if it doesn't, wipe us all out or something.
Yeah.
And it doesn't turn
Dude, Nick,
worse.
I started a wedding band like this month. I've actually been trying to start it the past few months, and we started it, and now all these weddings are getting canceled. So,
Dude, I know somebody personally who was engaged and was getting married like in a few days.
Oh
dude,
no,
my
me
friend
too.
got married the last weekend. He just did it anyway. He was like,
Yeah.
"Whatever, y'all don't have to come."
My best friend's uncle is getting
That's wild,
married
though,
in
Luke.
Texas tomorrow, and so I told them. I said, "Well, you can't go," and they said, they were like, "I know. I'm trying to tell my mom we can't go." I said. And she said, "Oh, my grandma's gonna be there. I haven't seen her in 3 years." I said, "This kills old people." I said,
Don't
"You
go
know."
to
And then-
don't see your grandma.
You're like, you
I
want to
told
see
her-
her the year after this year, you don't go to the wedding.
Right? I said, you have to tell your mom. 2 people, and this is true, 2 people in her building were infected. I said, you could potentially be infected. You cannot kill your grandma. So tell your mom you can't go.
And parents are so dumb.
It's just
I'm like, why do you still
I'm
want
trying
to fly to
I'm trying to
Texas?
picture Shayne. You're like talking to her with both your hands like straightened out, like, hey, and it's like you cannot kill your grandmother. You can't do
not
that.
allowed.
That's like bottom line. I said, it's a no for me. You can't go. Like,
It's a no.
not my
Dude,
decision, but you can't go.
I was with Ruji and her roommate, and
Yeah.
this was like a week ago. We're just hanging out, and Ruji just goes, "Let's watch Contagion." Oh, dude, it's
LOL.
literally the same. We're living it.
Oh, dude, the
Yeah.
other day I did an escape room on a double date, and I didn't even think about it. I chose the one called Infected, and we did it, and we solved. I think we stopped Ebola or something. But we were too late.
You stopped Ebola.
Stopped
Stopped
the
Ebola.
wrong
Yeah.
one.
Couple
Sorry,
years
guys.
too late.
I got distracted.
That explains why. It's like war games.
Ebola.
Dude, this has been one of the craziest times. I just moved to Denver, and I'm living here in the city, and I was going out every weekend, and now the city is so quiet and silent. It's so weird. Like you can feel the air. It's in the air. Like people at work are very distracted.
Virus is in the air.
It's just like, oh man, it's insane.
I was trying to explain to people, like, the big thing about this is just the awareness that everyone has of it. So,
Yeah.
like I said with the stock market, if people think the stock market is crashing, they will all pull out their money, which will make the stock market crash anyway. So it's like when people start to realize it gets worse. So, as an example, toilet paper.
Whoa!
Because
Not even-
like,
I have
someone,
stories.
What the heck?
I have
just one.
stories.
I'm pretty sure just one person somewhere bought all the toilet paper, just one, and then every single person found out that someone is trying to take all the toilet paper, and so people like me and everyone else was like, "Well, I don't want to be the only one without toilet paper," and so everyone went to the grocery store and they started taking it, and now it's all gone. And so the only reason it's gone is because people were afraid it was going to be gone.
So
Is that what it is? Because
me
it
say
doesn't make
something.
any sense.
Let me say something
think it makes
about
any sense.
panic buying, right?
Say something,
So a
Shayne.
lot of people
Give us
are
yours.
Say something.
Say something.
a lot of
Shayne.
people are panic buying right now because they feel like the end times are
Yeah.
near. I watched a woman, no kidding, I watched a woman buy an entire aisle of soup. And I was just, what are you planning on doing with all of that soup? Like, you know, they want people to stay home. They're not saying lock your doors. If you step foot outside, you're going to like burn up. This isn't like, you know, what's one of those movies where like if you look outside, you die or something? I can't think of the movie.
Bird Box.
Yeah, Bird Box.
Yeah, Bird Box.
Dude, I was at
Something
Walmart
crazy
today.
like that.
I was at Walmart today. Okay. Also, first of all, I just haven't gone shopping in a while, so I'm just doing my regular shopping at this point, which is not good planning on my part.
No,
but
it's
I was
not.
like,
What's Sam?
I had toilet paper, but I was like, I should probably get some because you know it's in high demand right now. And I saw like this stack of paper towels, and Leanne's like, "Is that toilet paper?" I was like, "No, it's paper towels." She goes, "No, there's toilet paper like in the middle of that giant stack." I was like, oh, cool. So I grab it. It's like a pretty big thing of like cheap toilet paper, and I go to the front like with all my other stuff to buy it. But guess how much it was when I rang it up.
Oh, I believe it.
No way.
Was it
What?
was it
$21?
Yes, I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say
$21,
that.
dude.
Yes.
For like,
Whoa.
it was a thing of like 30 rolls, but they were like crappy. Like it's like a $7
Was
to
it like the
$10
mega roll? The mega roll?
No, dude, it was just like it was literally called like Charmin 1000. Like it was like the generic Charmin, whatever.
My coworker told me a story because she also works at Rite Aid, and she told us a story about how this lady picked up 3 packs of probably the same one, and the total came to like $60. And she said, "I'm not paying $60 for toilet paper."
Yeah.
I'm like, "But ma'am, look at the ones you're buying. You picked up 3 $21 packs. What are you expecting
Right.
the price to
Well,
be?"
there was no price near it because it was like mixed with a bunch of other stuff.
Gotcha.
So I had no idea. And also right after I left, it was just like got swarmed. People were being nice and like helping disassemble like the stack, but it literally looked like a bunch of zombies like destroying a giant
I
cow.
feel like it's just gone. All of it. It's funny because there actually is decent amount of stuff at the grocery store,
yeah.
and then you get to the toilet paper aisle, just it's empty.
It's a
You
mess.
know, like
water,
if
too.
If like there's
Why
like
are
a
people-
you think about this like a dead animal, and then that dead animal was like in an ant pile, and it just cleared all of it, all this like everything. It's just bones. That's what it was like going to that aisle. Just
Dude, the scary thing
Empty.
is just going to Costco. I feel like I really feel like I'm in like a zombie movie at Costco because there's literally like employees wiping down everything like as you're walking in. They only allowed a certain amount of people in the store at one time.
That's
Like
crazy.
all the toilet paper is gone. Yeah, there's like
These are
my
the end
Costco isn't that
times.
bad. I've seen photos of like just empty aisles, which is pretty crazy. But like people are like so solemn, and no one's excited about like the coconut oil anymore. They're all just like about like hand sanitizer. Like
dude, the bare essentials.
I
You
just-
know, like once
I
stuff
just want to know
runs
what
out.
people are expecting. Did you guys hear about the man who bought 18,000 things of hand sanitizer?
18.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy was
18,000
starting
pounds.
a
the
business.
guy's rich now.
I have to.
Yeah, he's
I
rich
have,
now.
Look, I have to admit it. I respect the hustle. He was
Oh, yeah.
trying
It
to
wasn't
start.
a
No,
It wasn't
Luke,
a business.
No.
No.
Luke, imagine
No.
What?
imagine the thought process. This man, so
He's an asshole.
he went to multiple
is, but I
stores, Luke,
respect
in
the
multiple
hustle.
states. No, Luke, multiple stores in multiple states, and just cleared house on hand sanitizer, Lysol, Clorox wipes. Like, who does
Wait,
this?
so
And
wait, Shayne,
He's like the
how many
coronavirus
did he
not gonna
buy?
Get me.
he bought 18,000.
So he went, he drove and manually bought 18,000 things of hand
to
sanitizer.
different states
How?
by himself. I don't
How
know.
long did that take?
But why?
I don't
Where
know.
did he put it?
But why?
A few weeks.
In his garage. He has like a garage, like
but
a storage
wait.
unit.
But why was he gonna sell it?
Yes. So
Yes.
he got caught by the authorities because he was
An
trying to
Amazon
resell them
store.
on Amazon, and
got
Amazon
shut
caught
down.
wind and they shut him down.
All right, here's the
and
thing.
so then he donated all of them to a
Here's the
local
thing.
church.
Okay. So because people are dying, it's not that cool. You know, not cool, man.
Yeah.
But I
Luke.
do respect. No, listen.
what the heck?
No, stop.
I know where he's going.
I respect
This is-
the concept. Okay, so like
Yeah.
when I was going to
Line.
see, I was going to go see the Rough and Rowdy fight, like the. It's like, dude, it's so funny. They basically just take random people and then they just let them fight and box each other, and it's like a big show, and it's super popular. But I was going to go to that, and the line unexpectedly was super, super long, and I was stuck outside. And this is Miami, where they say, if you don't like the weather, just wait 15 minutes because it'll be different. So I'm standing outside in this long line, and just buckets of rain, just waterfalls of rain. It actually ruined my phone, but that's another story.
Holy crap.
Buckets of rain just starts slamming on everyone in line. And we're all slamming. So we're all trying to like hover against the wall to keep the rain from getting on us, but it's still getting on us. As we're standing there, it's been raining for like 5 minutes. 3 or 4 people are like walking through the line like, does anyone want a poncho? $15 for this plastic bag poncho, and people were paying it. And when he walked by me, I literally went, "I respect the hustle, guys." That was good thinking. I was real quick. Like,
yeah,
you know, you go, man. The only difference with this one is people are dying, so I'm gonna let that go.
Yes, and the only difference is that he bought 18,000. These weren't hundreds. They weren't thousands. They were 18,000. And then the funniest part to me, though, is that he had to donate them. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to donate them to a local church, and he wasted all that money, right?
Yeah,
that's the funniest part.
Wait, he had to donate them? That seems
because they were going to arrest him or something. The authorities got involved, and they said, "Look, man, do the right thing."
Well, if you can't sell them anymore, what's even the point?
I feel like you could sell them at cost. Also, I have to mention this. This whole thing, this whole pandemic that's going on, has made me realize something.
It's a hoax. Oh,
that
sorry, no.
I have a conspiracy.
I was gonna say it did show up at a very suspicious time, but we're not gonna go there just yet. I was gonna say that this whole pandemic has taught me one specific thing that I didn't know about myself, and that is that I touch my face like 100 million times every single day.
Yeah,
I keep noticing it now. And it's all of the time.
I do it every day.
It happens to me too. When I'm watching like TV or movies, I'll see people shake hands. I'm like, what are you doing? You can't do that.
Dude, yeah, I'll be driving and I'll just like, we'll just kind of wake up and realize, I mean, I'm not asleep, but like, I'll just like be aware and my hand is just like on my whole hand is just on my face.
It's like on my mouth.
Spreading germs.
You know, I'm just like, I'm like touching my mouth and it's like, what am I doing?
It's so horrible. Yeah. Oh,
do you guys think that this is like the end?
I don't. That's why I touch my face so much.
Yeah, true.
No. I don't think it's the end.
Well, okay. Stop. That's not what I meant to say.
Gotcha.
I was going to say, do you guys think that this is the end for handshaking?
No.
Okay, so I thought the elbow thing was a joke when I had to do it, like at the festival that I performed at last weekend, and I did it with one person. I said, this is the dumbest thing ever. Then I saw 2 other people do it, and it looked kind of cool when other people did it. So who knows? Elbows could be the new thing.
Why would handshaking end, though?
Dude, because I think people get shook by this, and they might just stop doing it.
I think, people are just going to be like, now it's just germs.
Oh, they get shook so they don't shook anymore.
That's a bar.
I see what you did there.
Write that one down.
It's been shaken off.
Thanks, Michael.
I'm ashamed.
But here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
I heard that around with the AIDS thing, like when that happened, the HIV stuff.
AIDS thing.
What's it even called? The HIV event?
The HIV
pandemic? What's it called?
I don't
the AIDS crisis.
I don't remember exactly what it was called.
Yeah,
but
so the AIDS crisis. During that, I heard that it was more common before that to kiss people on the cheek, like when you say hello to them, or like family and stuff. And then when that showed up, they didn't really know how it was spreading right away. And so they got all freaked out. And then so they were like, no more kissing anymore. And now people don't do that anymore. People never do that. You know,
I would not want someone's saliva.
It's just like one of those
that
things
was a good choice.
Like handshaking is just it's a very specific way. What am I trying to say? It's a very obvious way they can spread germs, and so like I don't know.
Yeah,
if people
it's very 2010s handshaking, so we've moved on.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about that today.
We don't handshake
really
anymore.
Elbows? That's where we're going.
Well, no,
now?
I didn't say it'd be elbows.
It could be knees, Nick. It could be knees. Let's be thankful.
Well, I mean, that sounds like way too much effort.
Just a little.
But Nick,
Really?
What's up?
I've been doing that for
Nick.
years.
I feel like though in the musician community, elbow bumps are always happening. Cause like whenever I'm walking into a gig, I always have stuff in my hands. Do the elbow bump, like it's normal. I've been training for
Chest
this.
bumps. I don't know. Yeah, elbow. I'm not
Could
into
you
it.
imagine that being the standard greeting, a chest bump? You could knock down every time.
I feel that's worse. Someone's just gonna
pretty
cough right in your
small,
face,
so.
and you're gonna
What
die.
if you're not in the mood to chest bump? I don't want to
Oh,
jump
man,
up
dude.
and hit you.
Well, that's the new greeting, so get used to it, Shayne.
Well, the other day I accidentally like bled all over a customer's doorway.
What?
I thought you
Like-
were gonna stop at I
so
bled
old
over
people.
a
All
customer.
right, so I install doors as my job, and
You're
old
not
people
very
obviously.
good at your job,
scared.
apparently.
Jeez,
I'm-
apparently
yeah, no.
doors are more deadly than a virus.
Well, so like,
Okay, so what happened?
so I get to the customer's house, and she's an older lady, so she doesn't shake my hand, which is fine. And I'm just like doing the
She
last
doesn't
couple things,
trust
and like
you.
I'm drilling a screw into the wall, and I drill slips and goes right into my finger. And like it wasn't a super serious cut, but just one of those cuts that just like bleeds.
and
a
she
lot.
was thinking that's
Dang.
why I didn't shake his hand.
Blood's getting everywhere, and I'm
Clumsy.
like, oh no, I'm sorry. Like I'm like, I was the most freaked out I've ever been at a job ever because I'm like, she thinks I'm infecting her house. She's gonna die now. So like, I'm like
exactly
just
what I
holding
would
it on
think.
my hoodie. My hoodie's just like my hoodie's gray, and you can still see it. Like it's so much blood.
There's one part of her.
Well, yeah, Michael,
that's
you
like
drilled into your
thinking
finger.
that she's literally sitting there thinking like with one little piece of her brain that he's doing this because I didn't shake his hand. He's trying to get back.
Yes, exactly. She probably
Fine.
resold
I'll
that
just
door.
infect your whole house.
That's right. Ha! You keep your hands clean. Try and clean all this off now.
For
She
those
probably
wondering,
wipes off that one spot with
What was
Lysol
that,
every
Nick?
day.
I was just gonna say, for those wondering, you cannot transmit coronavirus through blood. It is
No,
through
I mean,
saliva and
It's
droplets.
through your breath.
Wait,
so you're basically,
really?
if you're just near somebody that has it, you already
Nick,
have it.
you're not a scientist. You don't work for the CDA. How
I'm
can
just,
we trust
I'm
your
just doing
information?
my public. This is my public service announcement. for the
What are your
world.
sources? Can you cite them?
nickconde.com/I can do what I want. Fuck you, Shayne.
No, but for real, it's it is like transferred like
Is that
through your
a
respiratory system.
backslash or
First of
forward
all,
slash?
that's my
LLC.
favorite website. How long do you guys think this is gonna last?
So
the
I've
pre-
seen
the predicted
estimates.
rate- Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I've seen estimates from May. Like that's like super like, okay, we get this under control. We all go back out now. To like August, September, maybe even the end of November.
So all I'm
it
saying,
might come back in November. Is what people are saying.
2020 will be the worst year ever.
2020 is over. All I'm
Yeah,
saying is,
yeah.
if this better not impact my summer. I have way too many things that I'm doing that are planned far in advance to do. So this disease will not. I need the CDC, the president, whoever is in charge of this. Get a cure, a vaccine.
Good
and
news.
let's get it rolling out of the way.
Good news on that front, by the way, in case anyone was
Yes,
wondering.
didn't Canada do
picturing-
something?
Here's the thing.
No.
Actually, hold on. I'm just picturing Shayne, you saying that exact thing that you just said, but you're like 80 and you have cancer, and you're like, I don't care, guys. I have too many plans. So one of you just figure it
Figure
out.
this out.
Fix this.
That's what it is.
Got
It's
2 weeks.
Like, okay, we're doing too much talking. I need someone to put your billions of dollars to work and figure something
So wait,
out.
you said no. It could go till November, but it could outbreak again in November.
Well, yeah, and that depends on how well the treatments are getting. They just released this new drug called hydroxychloroquine, and it's going to be distributed to people. But it's an anti-malaria drug, and it's been tested in Italy, where the breakout's been really horrible.
Italy's the worst so far.
Yeah, exactly. And
Right now.
apparently it has a really good success rate at killing the virus, so it doesn't spread as much. And that's going to get released to the public. So maybe the stock market did turn today, so maybe we'll be out of this sooner than we think. But a vaccine is supposedly a year away.
My fear is that we just don't have to go into a total lockdown. If we can still live average day-to-day life, if I have to sit at home for 6 months, that's not going to happen.
Dude, I'm excited, man. My Corona vacation just started today.
No.
Yeah, but well,
been
some of
working all
us,
week.
look. Here's the thing. I don't get
No.
Corona vacation.
We can't live like this.
I have the same. I'm programming, so it's just my job is the exact
Yeah,
same.
nothing
Yeah,
changes for
right.
you.
But I can't buy anything now. You know,
Yeah.
Actually, no, it is kind of sucky because
Michael, it's more
All-
than kind of sucky.
it's
It's very
no, it's
sucky.
just a little bit bad.
a lot of things are gonna
Just a
like
test.
suffer if it lasts a really, really long time.
Well, here,
the
Yeah.
thing is about Americans is that
We're not prepared.
we're not prepared, and we're gonna be like F this and just go outside anyway.
We're not prepared, but this is the first time we've all actually just done the smart thing and not tried to spread the virus around.
Well,
Like,
it's
I'm
the
actually
first
proud
time
of
most
America.
of us.
The
Most
first time
of
ever
us.
we've actually been like, hey, we're all like trying not to get sick. Let's just not hang out around each other that much. So that we
Yeah.
don't
I
all
think
get
it's
sick.
because it happened other places first, and we saw a bunch of people die. So we're like,
Yeah,
hey,
true.
maybe we should do something about this.
Yeah, it's like we turned it on, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, if we're gonna get it political, it's been political like craziness. So
just like
it's
everything.
been really confusing. And the thing is, this is just a really confusing time. But yeah, I mean, it's nothing
Yeah.
new under the sun. It's
I mean, it's
just
Donald Trump's fault. If he wasn't so racist, this wouldn't have happened.
okay.
Weak.
Okay, Michael.
Oh man, that's about right. though.
Do you guys think like it's weird to like say it's the Chinese virus?
Oh, for God's
Yes.
sake! People find the dumbest. No,
Yes.
stop! People find the dumbest stuff to get
Oh man,
annoyed.
Luke's
It's
about
like
to get in trouble now.
I
Luke,
mean, I
don't-
just
don't
don't.
say
I
it,
just can't
Luke.
believe we're trying to find a vaccine, and now this is what. Maybe it's like whether it's something you should or shouldn't say. It's just like I can't believe that this is popping up on my feed right now. I can't believe this is what is on
Well,
every
Luke,
talk
there's
show right now.
There's nothing else to talk about. Everything is
guess.
canceled. They canceled basketball. They canceled an entire
thing-
sport.
I know,
Luke.
dude. The coronavirus wiped out the sports.
Sports. Yeah, sports are canceled. The only thing we have left is TikTok.
Every artist is canceling their tours. People are canceling album releases. Movies
Dude, yeah, I
are
was
getting
gonna see Dance
canceled
Gavin
or
Dance and Animals as
postponed.
leaders at the end of the month, but not anymore. Thanks, coronavirus.
Here's what we know.
sucks.
I think that things are going to change from this for a very long time because a lot of people are working from home that have never been able to work from home. And I don't know this for certain, but some companies, their productivity is going upwards because of that. And like, imagine being the company going, wait a minute, when people worked at home, we made more money. And what like, why are we paying for this expensive building for everyone to go into, you know? And
Yeah.
so like, and then on the other side of it, people that are working from home have gotten the privilege of working at home. And then they're going to be like, wait, you want us to come back to the office? I don't want to do
No,
that. You know, they get a
because-
I do
taste
think
of the
I do
candy.
think it's gonna change. It's gonna change a lot of stuff.
No,
like
I don't agree.
we're gonna get back
Really?
to normal life, and things gonna be different.
Wait, you
Well,
said
I
wait,
don't
wait.
agree.
You said we're gonna get back to normal life and things will be different or won't be?
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Like we're gonna adapt to like how we've been working and find new ways to either like adapt that to normal life or just keep going that way. Like social norms are probably gonna change. People are gonna be used to not shaking hands. They probably won't shake hands for a while.
Or
It's gonna be
forever.
different.
Forever. Maybe.
forever, dude.
I just keep thinking about
Seriously.
like 9/11. Like when 9/11 happened, airports changed and they never went back.
No, this is a moment in history, and anyone that doesn't think so isn't paying attention. This is definitely like a time where, you know, things are standing still, and we'll all like reflect on this, be like, oh yeah, remember coronavirus? Remember when that happened?
Yeah. Or it'll
And
be
it
like
lasted
influenza.
through, yeah, it
just
lasted
disappear.
through December. Yeah, H1N1 was like non-existent after a few months. Like this could last for a long time. So, just a heads up, this is what I hear through the grapevine is because this is a virus thingy that we don't really understand. It keeps mutating, and apparently there are different strains now on different
there's
countries.
An L strain and an S strain or something.
Yeah, and Italy has the really deadly one, but we have the very contagious one. And the question is now, how does it mutate from where it's super contagious? Does it get contagious and deadly, or does it get less contagious? So now it's like very confusing. It's a weird time, for sure.
Yeah.
This is a moment in history that we'll all remember, which is kind of interesting to live through. You know, I think about 9/11, but I was too young to like really reflect on it. Like this is like,
Yeah. 9/11. I don't remember. I do remember it, but I was so young that I just sort of was like, "Oh, something
just
bad
didn't have-
happened," and
Yeah.
I'd never been to an airport really, so I didn't see how things were changing. But the thing that's so weird about this is, with anything like this has ever happened, it's like, dude, everyone in my school is doing this, or whoa, the entire city is all doing this thing at once, or the entire nation is doing. But this is the entire world. It's just like,
it's
stop,
pretty wild.
Right.
everybody go home. The whole earth, obviously within reason. But I mean, like, pretty much everyone is just like, stay at home. We're done. It's nuts. And it's not just like, oh, the Western world. It's like, no, China,
Well,
like everyone.
I think it's too what is helping a lot of people take that more seriously, because there is a lot of people who are currently, and I think a lot more people who would have not taken things as seriously if the people who did end up getting the disease like aren't like speaking out, especially like celebrities and athletes and stuff, people with a huge like platform who are like, hey, I tested positive for this thing, I have this thing, I could potentially spread this thing, you know, take it seriously. For whatever reason, people will listen to a celebrity more than their own mother. But so I think with people speaking out and people actually trying to work together to eliminate the spread as much as possible is really kind of cool to see, just from everyone doing it, except from the dumb, you know, teenagers who still want to go party in Miami. Luke, I expect you to talk to them over the weekend and get them in check.
Get it.
I'm not gonna say
That's ridiculous.
Just for the sake of like hiding identities, I literally was just talking to someone who was planning to go on a boat on Saturday, and they were like, I don't think we can do it. I think it's just, I don't think we can do it now.
I don't think
But
we
they
can
literally
do it.
are, there's still people that are like, guys, we gotta go on the boat. And it's like, no,
Well,
it's not. I don't think
it's
we can do it this
because-
time. I think it's over.
But
This is
yeah,
it.
but finishing from my point, it's because too, since you can get the virus and not have any symptoms, right? So it's almost like you never really know until you get tested. But it's the fact that it can spread so easily to other people. I think, at least for me, that which has like the greatest fear in it, just because for people who don't know, you know, I work in, you know, childcare, and it's kind of crazy because so we're closed this week, but there's a potential for us to be open specifically for the city employee kids who can't, they still have to work and they can't do anything with their kids. And so in our group chat is hilarious because one of our supervisors is in the group chat and people say really reckless stuff in this group chat. And I'm like, wow, every single message. I'm like, wow, you really said that? But so people are concerned, like, well, are we going to get noticed if these kids are infected or not? Like, do I have to interact with these kids? Can I wear a hazmat suit? Like, why do you want us to work with children who are disease like spreaders just from being children? They don't even have to try and they will spread a disease.
It's true.
So I'm gonna get sick because you're forcing me to work with Stacy's kid, because tell Stacy's kid to stay in Stacy's office. She'll have a great time.
Well, here's what I was told. It was a tweet that my friend had posted, and it literally said, "This whole month has been, do I have allergies or do I have coronavirus?"
Oh, don't even get me started.
Literally every single one of us. I'm sitting here eating spicy food, and then I'm like, oh, my nose is running. Is that coronavirus? And I'm like looking it up to make sure that I'm not infected. Or coughing. Everyone's sneezing and coughing.
Yeah.
And then everyone's trying to figure out, like, oh, you're supposed to have a shortness of breath, and then you're like breathing.
It's conspiracy.
You're like, I think I might have shortness of breath. I don't know. What's it feel like to have shortness of breath? You know, nobody knows.
You're like,
That's
am I
called
coughing? Well, I
a
did
panic
cough
attack.
yesterday. Am I going down? It's a scary time.
This is it. It's crazy.
I got like some sawdust in my nose earlier, and I was sneezing, and then people thought I was dying. And I'm like, no, I'm not dying. I don't think. It's fine.
I don't think.
Well, you probably were dying in that moment. But
That sounds horrible. I saw a comedian tweet out, coughing is the new N-word. Everyone looks at you like, what did he just do?
So funny though.
Or touching your face, you know, just like,
Yeah.
whoa.
What is he doing?
And
I did. When I was in line,
I did have like one or two sneezes or coughs, and literally everyone in the room was just like, what?
I've been trying to practice that social distancing stuff in line, and people have not been.
One more
It's been
time.
horrible.
I hate that phrase.
Practice social distance sounds.
I hate it so much.
The phrase "practice social distance." It sounds like it's already been a thing. Like people like it sounds like a safe space kind of thing. Like it sounds. I was like, is that already a thing before coronavirus, or is this new?
People adopted it so quickly, like it was just a casual phrase we've been saying.
Have we been saying this the whole time, or have I just like not noticed it, or is it new?
Like the term, like the social distancing, because it does seem like this. It's one of those things that came up very briefly, and then everyone acted like they have known about it for so long.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like oh, definitely. Yeah, that's a thing that we like. Everyone
have I been
do
practicing?
That.
Have I been practicing social closeness, but like being super awkward about it this whole time?
Social distancing, is that a thing? I thought that was just called I don't want to see you right now, so I'm just
sounds like being a bad friend.
It's I can't. It is weird to see like the celebrities getting it, because I know Tom Hanks has got it. Idris Elba has got it. I think it was Kris Jenner got tested, but she tested negative. So everyone's upset about that, because they're like, well, how did she get a test?
Yeah, everyone's upset because rich people can get tests. I'm like, they're rich. What do you expect? They're paying for it.
Yeah. NBA players,
like
the whole team is getting tested.
Well, actually, can we talk about what's his face for 2 seconds? Rudy Gobert, or whatever his name is, the NBA player.
Oh,
so the NBA player who did not take the coronavirus serious at any single point in time before he was tested. So I guess they had asked him a question about.
Let's be real.
No,
a lot
Luke,
of us didn't take it that seriously.
Luke,
first.
Okay, but Luke, that's fine, and that's fine if you don't take it seriously. But don't have that affect other people. So when he was done with the interview, he went and touched every single reporter's mic, like, it's a big joke, right? 2 days later, he's tested positive with coronavirus. Oof. So now you're lee-ling around, touching everything, and now nobody trusts you. And now you got another
everywhere.
Then you went and played games, so you got another player infected. Now they could have potentially spread it to their team. You met some kids at a meet and greet. You got one of the kids infected, and then you got a third I think a reporter infected too, because you didn't take it seriously.
Yes.
You're an idiot. Even if you don't take something seriously, because I said this to someone the other day, even if you don't take it seriously, don't do stuff that is going to affect other people. Like I could be like, oh, I don't take corona seriously. If I have corona, whatever, I'm gonna give everyone a hug. I see an old lady across the street, I'm gonna give this old lady a hug because it's not that serious.
Actually,
the old lady dies 3 days later because of corona.
Well, if I gotta tell you a funny story,
this is not a factual story, just in case somebody thinks it is.
I'm sort of making fun of my friend, and she was trying to be helpful, but it did make me laugh. She basically posted on. She's being really sensitive. Like we should. But I'm gonna make fun of her anyway. But she basically, I guess, saw some people joking around about coronavirus, and then she looked over and saw this older person who was watching them make fun of it, and she just looked really sad because she was kind of like nervous about it, you know. And so her Instagram story was basically saying, "Hey, let's not be too jokey about this because some people are actually really scared about this, so we should, you know, right?" So yes. She's correct. Now I'm gonna have to say something though, because she did say, she's like, I saw the old lady and she looks so sad, and I just wanted to go over and get her a hug, but I didn't think it was very appropriate. And I'm like, yeah, because you'll infect her, and then she'll die from coronavirus anyway.
Yeah, but it's true.
It's just like,
seriously.
Okay. But that being said, it is hard not to joke about this sort of thing because it's on everyone's mind. We're all nervous about it.
You have to joke about it to get through it, for sure. And I said too, it's because when we had to go to work one day and we were all like, why are we here? We have no kids. We're literally standing in this building making TikTok videos. Why do they have us here? This makes no sense right now. And I said, it's funny. I said, it's not funny, but it would be funny from the outside perspective. Like, I can imagine aliens having a blast right now, looking at us. Like, haha, look at them all in there. Yes, watching our TikToks from our houses. Like, look at them. We have them all trapped in their houses. Now let's initiate stage 2 of
we'll just local takeover. Just zap up groups of people out of their house. Just zoop. No one will miss them. They'll think they're just quarantined.
They zap up the infected.
True.
Dang.
That's a future prediction. Do you guys think you're gonna get infected?
Yes.
Shayne, definitely.
Well, see, I mean, I was gonna say like no, but in theory, probably, but you probably wouldn't even know unless you go.
That's
get
the
tested.
weird thing. So like South Korea opened up like full on testing in recent months, and it was a bunch of like 18 to 20-year-olds who were just carrying it and showed no symptoms. Like tons.
Yeah,
Like
it's crazy.
tens of thousands of them just like, I had no idea.
So second question, but before I get to the second question, Michael, do you think you're going to get it?
I probably already have it.
I was going to say, do you already have it?
I'm pretty sure Michael has it. With all that Michael does,
if
I'm
I
pretty sure
breathed near
Michael
somebody
has
else who has it and they also breathed, then I have it. So
Michael is never around.
That's
Never
messed up.
not around people.
that's how it is, dude.
You know what, Michael?
Well, it's
I
not,
don't think you have it.
It's not as likely. Like,
No, dude, it's spread by respiratory system,
I know,
man.
but just because you got, I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Luke, Michael lets people breathe on him for fun. It's a hobby. So,
Dude, I've been doing it for
screwed.
years. I didn't know that it would have like a bad effect on me until now.
You've been breathing on people? Like, I've been breathing.
I've been letting them breathe into my mouth for free.
I don't know if I'm going to get it or not. I feel like a lot of us are going to get it, though.
Luke, you're in Miami. You already have it.
Let's be honest,
That was
dude.
going to be second. The second question was, all right, who thinks they already have it? Because
I think
don't
I
know.
might have. I think I could have it. I have a
I have
strong
no
immune
idea.
system. I don't think this thing could
Yeah,
take
because
me
I
out,
think
but I
you
think I
can
can take
get it,
everyone
and like
else
you
out.
don't even really get sick.
Oh, yeah.
So
You don't
it's
get sick
funny
for, like,
because-
a few days, even if you could get sick.
Now that we're talking about this so much, I realized I shook this old man's hand on Saturday. Now I wonder if he's dead.
Oh no!
Shayne.
But that wasn't from Corona. That was just from natural causes.
Because I even hesitated in the moment because I was at this festival I performed at. My mom introduced me to him. They said they went to the same church, and I just naturally went to shake his hand, and he didn't stop me. And then afterwards, I was like,
Why
"Are
didn't
they
you
not
stop
supposed
me?
to do that?"
Let me say, ultimately, if you are
We don't
concerned
die.
about your health, you should be monitoring your own handshaking.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
You know what I mean?
yeah. Don't rub your eyes. Apparently, it really, really loves the eyes.
I'd be rubbing my eyes every 2 seconds. Woo.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, my eye itches.
Because, well, yeah, exactly. Because people like will not touch their mouth or not like bite their nails, but they'll like rub their eyes all the time and not think anything of it. And that's why it like screws with people because it loves that membrane up there, and it'll just stick to your eye and get in there.
Juicy membrane.
Here's the thing, too.
crusty.
It's like trying to. I almost feel like it's a lost cause because I'm like, dude, I'm washing my hands, and then I touch the table, and it's like, oh no, I touched the table.
Right.
So then it's like wash my hands again, and then it's like I'm eating my food, and then I check my phone. And it's like, oh no, I touched my phone, and it's just, and then I'm like touching my face without thinking about it, and it's like, dude, this is no way.
Luke
like
is
after a while,
panicking.
I'm
It is
gonna throw in
overkill.
a towel and just be like, I'm gonna get it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not to be a
over-
pessimist, but we all, if we are gonna get it, we already have it.
It is overkill.
So.
My favorite. I knew
I'll
it
miss
was
you guys.
over when I said, okay, maybe this thing can be contained. It won't get too bad. But I knew it was over when I heard about the church pastor who was tested positive, and he had communion at his church that service, and he shook hands and shared the cup with all 500 attendees.
dang.
I said, all of those people walked out of there after sipping from. I said, "Yep, it's over."
It's like this ain't the
That's
body of
it.
Christ today, guys.
Isn't that horrible
It
to
is
think? Like,
over.
so it sticks to metal for like hours upon hours, and so anyone that touches that piece of metal could get infected at some point. It also sticks to plastic for like an obscene amount of time. The only thing that kills it is soap and water. So
I will say I probably won't get it because I have an extremely strong immune system, and I rarely ever get sick. Knock on wood.
Like, you're not gonna get sick, Shayne. You're gonna transfer it to somebody else. You're too young to
Yeah,
get sick.
most
from it.
likely. Yeah.
Not like sick, but I mean I just won't get infected because my immune system says nah, corona.
Well, here's the thing. I
how
know
it
that
works.
it does attack people with like weak immune systems. So that means the person here who is going to get it and get sick is Michael, because you got
Yes.
mono
Yep.
twice, which means you probably have
Michael.
AIDS.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
And he just cut open his finger with a drill. Clearly
Yeah, my
infected.
drill
Yeah.
definitely had coronavirus on it.
Can we get it through
Lives
his
on the
microphone?
metal. You just drill. He like the,
Well,
the
did
corona,
you hear about the 5G
there was
conspiracy?
one corona molecule on the front of the drill, and you start turning it, and the coronavirus is just like whoa, and then you just drill them into your finger. Yeah, really. He gets into your finger all amped up, like that was awesome. Let's go attack some lungs.
Well,
Having a
wait,
good time.
Shayne, what'd you say about the conspiracy?
Oh, I said there was like a 5G that all of this started because of like 5G towers that were set up in China, which doesn't help the whole Chinese flu situation. But that they were set up in China, like the strongest 5G towers. So there's something about how they radiate. I forgot exactly what it was, but you could just look it up. There was something about how the radiation like affects something, and it could give us create corona. It was really crazy. It was an artist had posted about it, and I was like, okay, this is kind of like a crazy conspiracy, but it was so much and it caused such a stir that their label had to like call them and be like, hey, can you take these posts down because you're insane. It was like fully detailed like reports with pictures and documents. I was like, oh, maybe this is real.
I mean, we don't know that it's not real, but I doubt it.
But I feel so bad for China because they already have it hard enough, and I said they can just never win. They're already going through so much, and now Mulan is canceled. That was, but
yeah, dude, all the stuff that got canceled, like all the Miami festivals are canceled. The NBA got canceled. You think the Olympics? Like the Olympics might not make it.
Oh, absolutely.
The Olympics this year?
They're not canceled yet, but they will be, I'm sure.
They will.
Are they supposed to be this year? They're gonna be canceled. There's no way. Those people from all those countries. There's no way.
I would protest that crap, dude. There's no way, dude.
Yeah, really. You're like, can't
all
give out
those
any
countries
gold
come
medals?
together.
Coronavirus lives on metal.
So if you think about it, like, imagine if they're all carrying and they just spread it to like all the attendees.
I was gonna say that. Imagine like all like the media from the Olympics. This runner tested positive. This swimmer tested positive.
I guess they would have like blood tests before they competed, so maybe
there would be
everyone
no
would
audience.
know. Yeah,
there'd be no point.
Well, that's that's what's so crazy about like the late night shows. Late night shows, they don't have the audience anymore. You know,
late night shows,
Jimmy Fallon's doing it from like his house
Instagram
today or something.
Yeah, they're all doing it on Instagram now. There's no
Stephen
nothing.
Colbert was at his house. Yeah.
Man, if we thought that like
I know Instagram is racking it up right now.
Yeah,
though.
dude, the
Instagram,
Netflix and YouTube.
the whole like Instagram, Netflix, Uber Eats, live at your house, never leave, work at home is getting such a push through this. Because like people were already sort of hermits a lot. It's like I didn't even know what my neighbors' names are. Now it's everyone's going to be living at home all of the time.
There are going to be benefits to like this new lifestyle.
More
change.
people should stay at home though.
I think a lot of people will find things to do and will learn to live with it and learn new things and explore new things. Like I'm gonna probably play a lot of drums on my electronic drum set.
I'm also
speaking of that. I am having a coronavirus special. In all seriousness, I'm teaching guitar lessons online. Get 4 lessons. Buy 4 lessons up front. Get 1 free.
Whoa!
You've been wanting to play guitar your whole life, and I got time.
It's true. I was actually saying that to people. It's like you have your time, or you have a lot of people don't even have a job right now. So I'm going to talk about Ruji again. So she just started a new job, and like she was at it for like 2 weeks, closed completely because it's an event venue. And so it's like, well, she can't do anything. Everyone's canceling left and right. And so, she literally just started. And now she's just no job, basically, until it boils over, you know? But it's like they're talking about interest-free loans getting out the $1,000. Everyone's getting $1,000 or something.
Yeah,
you guys see any of that stuff?
Potentially $2,000, but which is happening. They are sending money out to people. I was reading the article or the bill that they passed, or that they were going to pass. I forgot exactly what it was. And they're also about to pass a bill, hopefully, that will take away $10,000. I don't know why this amount, but $10,000 from student debt from anyone who owes for student loans.
Dude,
cool. I wish I had student debt.
I'm what? I'm in, dude.
I know.
So
I
happy.
said, please take the money away from me. Let me live a better life.
What about people that have debt that's not student debt?
Well,
come on, America.
Sucks for you. No, just kidding. It's crazy. Yeah, it is really insane because it's almost like there's nothing you can really do besides like provide. Because I was having this conversation earlier. If you're as a government telling your country, hey, you guys need to stay at home and don't do this, 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 and this. And people are saying, well, we have to do this, 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 and this to survive. What are we supposed to do? You either people are not going to listen to you, or you have to help them. So give us the money, give us the pay,
Give us the stuff.
give us the vaccine, give us the toilet paper, give us the hand sanitizer.
I think things will be okay, but I think this is going to be longer than most people anticipate, and I'm worried about people getting rowdy.
I think it's good. It's be good for climate control.
Explain. What do you think about that? People getting rowdy. What do you mean?
I think just people will get sick of being indoors all the time, and they'll be like, "Screw this! I want to go outside." And because Americans can be stubborn, because all that freedom.
Yeah, but like it's not even Americans. Remember, this is the whole Earth.
Yes,
that's
dude,
part
it's
of it.
impossible. There's just no way, because you have to keep everyone indoors for weeks, and then the virus takes like what, 2 weeks to burn off. And it's like,
let's just make
you have
this clear.
to keep everyone on Earth from getting this virus for like 3 weeks for it to like go away. I guess it's not exactly accurate, but it's like as soon as one person gets it, then it's like they're gonna just start infecting people all over again.
Yeah, but hopefully, something like the anti-malaria treatment drug will help kill the spread of it, and that's like the whole thing is like if you kill the spread, it really helps.
Yeah.
And then when there's a vaccine a year later, then we're fine. But until then, you have to cease the spread and social distancing, and people are going to get sick of being indoors all the time, I think.
And let's just make this clear. You can still go outside, but when you do, tell people to F off, don't touch me.
People are going to want social interaction, like extroverts like me, but you just got to bear through it.
That's fine. We can talk from a distance.
I want to party.
Touch me.
And also,
I want to party.
A lot of local businesses are going to suffer, unfortunately. Yeah. So because the world just keeps going.
A lot of people who don't get paid to stay home. A lot of people who have children whose childcare is closed and they can't.
One of the businesses that I know that had to close for this, they haven't made a profit yet. Like they've been just working to get the business growing, and they haven't made a profit. And now this is happening. And they have to like keep paying for their building. They have to keep paying the employees for the last, and so they had to like take out a loan to pay their employees. Just like awful.
That's rough.
That is rough, and I'm sure it's like in a lot of places that's the case right now.
I will say this though, it is kind of cool to see people trying to team up to survive this in a way. So I have a group of people that I know, and every morning they're doing like a 7-person FaceTime call where they all make coffee together and listen to music. Like they literally just make coffee together.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I think that's actually really cool though. So it'd be like this. All right, tomorrow morning, Shayne, Michael, Nick, and I at 8 o'clock. We're gonna make coffee, and we're just gonna FaceTime while we're making coffee.
Just hanging out.
I think I'm a little confused because some people are really acting like they have never had to experience a non-social part of life. I've seen people like freak out because they can't, go mini golfing or something. I said, I'm really confused.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is the difference. This is the difference. If I've never gone mini golfing in my entire life, I'm like, whatever, mini golfing. I can go whenever I want, but I don't care. But as soon as like the government or someone came in and was like, Luke, you're never allowed to go mini golfing. I'd be like, well, wait, what if I want to? What if
as soon as the government tells me I can't,
all of a sudden I start getting freaked out. As soon as the government tells me
I can't, now I really want to.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me what to do.
Fair enough.
You're not.
But I think it's just because
I thought this was America.
I think it's because this is really week 1 or week 2 for some people. Week 1 for a lot of people. I said, if you're already acting like this on week 1, I'm just really scared for you on week 5.
Well, I do think that week 1 is going to be more rough as people kind of adjust because everyone's freaked out. And then as this goes on, they're like, oh, wait, this isn't that hard. It's not really that different. They kind of like adjust to it. I think
it's not. I think it's if all works out, like for you, like for me, I don't have to work and I get paid, so I'm living the best life possible. Not doing much of anything, knowing that tomorrow I'm getting paid, in 2 weeks I'm getting paid, and it's having a great time. I have no worries about other people's kids.
You work where Shayne's working
for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, really. You've got the best situation out of all of us.
Yes, I do.
Because I have to still work the same amount, but I'm getting paid. So that's better than someone who can't work and gets no money. But I basically am doing the same job, and now I have no stores that I can go to, and I can't do anything.
I can't spend all this money I'm making.
But it's also like I'm losing money too because of the stock market. You know, it's just like I literally put money away into retirement stuff, and it's just falling. Like, dang it,
man, it'll come back.
Yes, we know the economy is crashing. We're about to go through another recession.
Right.
You don't have to remind us every day.
It's possible, yeah. But
I know.
we'll recover.
I know. I keep messaging you guys on Messenger, like, damn it, look at the stupid stock market's all down.
Yeah, man. I mean, I gotta look for some hustles, man, because all my jobs
save your pennies,
the public.
people.
That's the hard part. Like, I'm a musician and a contractor, so like my jobs involve going to people's houses and doing stuff.
Yeah,
or going to giant rooms full of people and doing stuff.
Yeah. So, dude, I was thinking about that because if you're in the service industry, it's like food, bars, anything that involves people. It's like, what can you do that doesn't involve people? It's like, well, programming, video editing, but even then, it's like no one's shooting video right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
I should have gotten into programming last year, like I said I would.
I tried to help.
I was like, well, I'm busy right now. I'll do it next year.
Well, you're not busy now.
It's true. Well, actually, I am pretty busy. I've been working a lot, but now I gotta hustle. I don't have time to learn the program. But actually, on another random side note, I am trying to space out my life in years. And I'm trying to get like really, really good at guitar this year. Like I'm already pretty good, I think, but try to go to the next level. And then next year, I want to learn kung fu. That's on my
to fight off the zombies.
Every year, I want to like learn a different skill, like focus on one thing.
I actually think that's a really good idea.
I can't do it all at once.
Even like every 3 months, just say like, what am I going to be really trying to learn? Like I was on YouTube and I was rabbit trailing down different YouTube videos, and then somehow I got to like knife forgery. I was just watching people fold metal and make knives, and I was like, whoa, maybe I should learn this. You know, like just let yourself have these interests and kind of go down them. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of interests, I'm really interested in Star Wars. We didn't talk about Star Wars at all because we've been gone the whole time.
I know. And we're like actually running out of time on this episode.
I know.
Can I say
we do have to talk about Rise of Skywalker. Oh, it's so old, but we do have to talk about it.
Do we?
It was a good try to segue.
Dude, I don't know.
I
think we do have to talk about it eventually. I guess people can let us know if it's old news.
If you like The Mandalorian, if you like Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, Luke.
There's nothing else to talk about, so
this is how we get views. Luke, do you have an opinion on Mandalorian or Rise of Skywalker that I'm not gonna like?
I thought The Mandalorian was fine. There's some cool moments of it, but it does kind of feel like a Marvel movie. You know, like Marvel movies, a lot of them sort of just blend together.
I like it, Luke. Shut up.
Wait, no, Mandalorian was a lot different. But it was a lot different, dude. It was like a cowboy movie.
It's awesome. I love it.
So
it was like Logan.
There's a certain amount of flavoring, I think, that certain movies and TV shows can have or don't have, and it's hard for me to explain it. So when I watch a lot of Marvel movies, they feel that there's no passion behind them. Like they just kind of feel like movies.
Oh my gosh.
Hear me out. Like, you know, if you have like Doctor Strange, was that a good movie? Yeah. But do I really remember it? Did I really feel that much during that movie? It just sort of was a movie, right? There wasn't like a soul.
But did you see how cute Baby Yoda was though?
Thank you.
But then a lot of The Mandalorian was good. It just kind of felt like that though, where I didn't feel a whole lot through it.
Really? I thought it was really good. I thought it was really interesting. Like the storytelling is different and cool. The music is really cool. The visual effects, dude, are better than any Star Wars movie ever.
A lot of it's done with like a green screen and in the studio.
Special effects were good. Music's really good. I didn't really care that much about the characters though. Like the main guy, it's like he's cool.
It's like Seinfeld with a bounty hunter. Like each episode is like a different plot.
We left off.
But you know what I mean? Like each episode is like its own plot.
Rise of Skywalker though was terrible.
Oh my gosh,
terrible mess of a movie. just like
Fell
rushed fan
asleep
service
in the theater.
And then it
man.
was like absolute
It had
trash.
some moments.
What?
in it.
Wait,
Listen,
it was not trash.
It had
Nick.
some
What?
moments.
It was
Hold on.
trash.
When did you become wrong? Like all the time.
When did you join my side?
When did you
I
become a
love
Luke?
this.
All right, let's end
ironically,
this,
you joined the dark side with Luke.
now
let's-
before it
no,
gets out of
and-
hand.
now
let's stop this
because-
episode because we will talk about this later. If you guys want us to, let us
Clearly,
know.
we need to have it. No, it
Because
clearly has to
this
happen
is
because there's too much
obviously
passion.
a
Too
strong
much passion is
opinion.
happening
Oh,
right
gosh.
now.
All
I
right,
am
guys,
gonna
let's wrap this up. Plug.
Slap you, silly boy.
Can I say
Stop-
one thing
stop.
about Corona, please?
What?
One last thing about Corona. I'll make
No.
it really fast.
Okay.
The beer or
really
the
fast. I
virus?
have to get this on record, please. Okay,
Go.
so I just want to say I haven't been back to New York. I used to live there. I haven't been back to New York in 4 years. I planned a trip to go to New York before I started getting really busy with my upcoming show and all the stuff I had planned for the summer. And of course, the week that I planned my trip, that's when New York wants to shut down, Corona wants to outbreak everywhere, and now I can't go. So you've just ruined my entire life, Corona. So
Wow,
to
thanks,
all of my
Corona.
New York friends, I am so sorry. Maybe next year, because clearly it's not happening this year.
It's like, gee, thanks,
Wash
Corona.
your hands. Yeah, I'm pissed.
That's
I feel
us.
you. I know. We were going to go on a boat.
That's it.
I was going to go on a boat on Saturday.
I had so many plans. I'm so upset.
All right. Let's wrap up this episode, guys. Let's do plugs. Nick, let's start with you.
Oh,
We've been
that feels
gone
good.
for so long. We've been gone for so long. You get to start us
Yeah,
off
how
with
do
the
you do
first
a plug?
plugs of 2020. Go.
Well,
Whoa.
all of my handles have
The
rapidly
pressure.
changed
What?
from what they used to be, everyone.
Okay.
That means you invalidated all the other podcasts.
No, just kidding.
Yes.
It's the same. See, literally the exact same. It hasn't changed. I love Drummond.
That was a terrible joke.
No G. What?
Yeah.
You're just mad because I don't like Rise of Skywalker.
Yes, I
Listen, Mike, we're going to talk about this next week.
That's
But
gonna
I
be,
love
that's gonna
Drummond.
be a
Sorry, go
really
ahead.
good episode.
No
can't be
G.
near the microphone right now.
Terrified.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to have some videos coming out soon, actually. I have 3, so heads up.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I actually put a lot of work into them, so that's what I've been working on. But, all right. I love
Woo.
Drummond. No G. Bye.
All right, Shayne.
Hi. So you can check out the podcast that I host, Pop Talk Podcast. It's on Apple Podcasts, it's on Spotify. It's all those other cool places. In my Instagram, I just did a really cool photo shoot last week, where I got to do with smoke bombs and do some really cool smoke images. That was really awesome. So I've been posting pictures and some videos from that. So go check that out on my Instagram, which is Mr. McCatty, MrMCCATTY. And yeah, follow me there for all updates that you need to know about.
Woo. Awesome. Michael.
Well, I really am doing guitar lessons online. And I don't know, saying I have a coronavirus special is too insensitive, but I do have a coronavirus special. If you get 4 lessons paid up in front, I'll give you one for
Why?
free.
You should call it a quarantine special. So
That's
it's a little
good.
less offensive.
Yeah, a little less
That's true. Quarantine
intimidating.
special. How about this? Just a Michael's friend special. You are now my friend. You've been listening to me for at least an hour. So shoot me a message on Instagram.
enough.
It's Michael Dimas, MyKolDimas. Just shoot me a message. I have a post on there about it. And yeah, I mean, you got a lot of free time right now. Might as well learn that guitar you've been putting off for years. Do it.
Exactly.
Same.
Okay. You can follow our podcast at WAITSB Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow my Instagram and Twitter at Luke Rocksold. That's LukeRockswold. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, let us know what you thought. Let us know what you want us to talk about in the next episode, because we would love to know. Gentlemen, thank you for coming back. It's really good to be here.
Yeah.
2020
Missed y'all.
has been trash,
2020.
but we're going to do this podcast
Stay the hell away
in
from each other,
spite
people.
of that. Guys,
R.I.P.
thanks for
to
listening.
Kobe Bryant.
And
Good luck.
outro.